Hello, and welcome to A Few Dice Short. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. Doing alright. We just finished day 7, or are we starting day 7? What did we do this weekend? Oh yeah, it was Easter. We had a long weekend. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Yeah. Time to rest. I finally reached Big Beat Burger, hoping to recuperate from all the mental damage accumulated over the past few days. Only to find out the doors are locked and nobody is inside. No. I need to be soothed. I need my routine. Oh, my computer's just being a little laggy. You've absolutely got to be kidding me. I hope that's not on your guys' end as well. Oh, hey, Scruffy. Closed? What the fuck do you mean, closed? I mean, we are in the middle of a pandemic. Everything's closed. Pandemic? What pandemic? Do you live under a fucking rock? It's a new SARS virus straight from China. The whole world is going crazy over it. People are dying left and right. Ah, this was made during the Rona. Holy shit. I didn't know something like this could still happen in this day and age. Somehow it always felt like we were beyond it. Well, I guess it's lucky I'm dead. I'll walk away to avoid bringing more attention to myself. Now I understand why New York City feels downright apocalyptic tonight. It's like a psychedelic experience to see these familiar streets empty and abandoned. Well, let's see what parts of the city are still alive in the middle of the plague. Familiar smile. It took just 2 days for the city to go all the last man on Earth. I probably won't have a better chance to soak in the atmosphere. An aristocratic taste. All this malaise spreading through the boroughs is putting me in a weird mood. Seems like I can't outrun it, so maybe I'll intensify it instead. Smallpox Hotel, here I come. We'll do this. Someone asked me right at this moment how to define the meaning of the word eerie. I look them straight in the eye and say, just take a look around, idiot. But with the exception of a few stray dogs, there's no one around to ask. This isn't the New York I've come to know. I can't help but perceive it as artificial. Real, but with an uncanny apocalyptic quality. Like a city-wide roleplay of some trashy post-apo flick. Like I was, Will Smith in I Am Legend. Hell, this is probably the first time anybody has thought of I Am Legend in the last 10 years. The film version, anyway. I keep walking the empty streets until suddenly... Hey, Julia! Julia! The streets reveal themselves as less empty than I previously thought. Charlie? Sheesh, been a long time. Julia, why are you so stupid? Wow, that's not the line I'd choose to open a touching reunion with. Last time we met, he was working at Karma Circle, one of those vegan places that pride themselves on hiring workers with disabilities. Went there for the first time 2 years ago or so with Dakota. Charles here was our waiter. He heard us arguing about something stupid and rushed to Dakota's defense. And in Charlie's mind, the best defense is a merciless offense. He roasted my formal clothes, silly mannerisms, general behavior, specific arguments so ruthlessly. Dakota had a 10-minute long laughing fit. The manager overheard him and apologized. But I didn't mind. I've always liked underdogs who can stand their ground. We even became online friends so that we could roast each other on Messenger. And you can do that using emojis alone. People are getting sick. You're irresponsible. I need to take you home. I was just headed there, Charlie. No need to worry about me. But I was worried. You never answer my messages these days. Yeah, that's not exactly an option right now, is it? Especially during the day. If you have to contact me, you need to do it through Dakota. I've decided not to use smartphones anymore, you know, to keep my head clear and all. I think you just got tired of breaking them. You always were so clumsy, your screen was always cracked. You're always thinking a lot while your hands were doing something stupid, huh? As I said, ruthless. And is Dakota good? You two still gal pals? I think so. We are very good gal pals. That's good. You aren't practical. You are a mess girl. You need someone close to take care of you. Psh, come on, said the guy who still lives with his mom. Yep, we're the same. That's how I know. He says that with such an innocent smile and so much conviction. I feel thoroughly owned. No use fighting back, switching to sincerity mode. It's just that, don't tell her this, but I'm not sure if we're making each other happy. And that worries me, like, a lot, you know? Ah, that's because you're being stupid. Hey, I'm being honest now, don't be mean. I didn't say you're stupid, but that you're being stupid. There's a difference. Guess that's something your mom says all the time, huh? When you're in her head for too long, you always trip over a glass of water or break your phone. That's when they call you stupid, when you argue or when you joke. That's good. That's progress. Sure. Shit, Charles, when did you become a philosopher? I read. A lot. Probably more than you do. Okay. Probably, yeah. I'm lazy as hell. I just pick the pages that look interesting. Are you still, a journalist? Me? No, they fired me. Good. Good? Seriously? She did not look happy. Yeah. Mom reads Lodestar sometimes. She says it's trash. I'm happy you're not trash. Thank you, that means a lot. And, how is Karma Circle? You're still working there? No, they fired me. Oh. Nah, I have to. Nah, this guy's too nice. But I don't know, he might like it though. He might think it's funny. Yeah, it's too perfect. Good. No, not good. If they fired you, that means they're trash and you deserve better than to work for people who are trash. You're just saying that. He makes a coquettish gesture that makes me burst out laughing. How's your mom? She's sick and doesn't want me to come by her room. She sent me out to the pharmacy to get her medicine, you know. Fuck. I hope it's not serious. This dude, we have to take care of each other, but we can't even see each other, you know? No, I feel like trash for wanting to complain about my own troubles. You're doing good? Yes, I'm strong. He poses like a macho man. I laugh. You stay strong too, Julia. And write something from time to time. No promises. Hey, if I'm forced to be an asshole to Dakota and we stop being gal pals, you forgive me? Let me think. Exaggerated thinker pose. I swear, this dude. No. Then he turns away and disappears into the night. I swear, I don't know how to handle this guy. He always has to have the final word, even against a vampire. That's probably why I still respect him so much. Oh well, time to follow suit and make myself scarce. The time comes for me to meet up with Kadir, and hopefully D'Angelo too. that guy was a legend. That was hilarious. The last position on my list, this better be good. And that is D'Angelo's Agency. Looks like a dump. Ugh. Prayer for the Clan of the Hidden. I thought he wasn't hidden. I thought he was missing. And to be honest, I kind of expected the worst. Why would we look for him in the most obvious place? I've been asking around, and I've got a hunch. Just trust it and start looking. Fine. Who is D'Angelo anyway? He's a good man, a useful man, but it took me time to get used to him. He takes sleuthing very, very seriously. His thing is acting like an idiosyncratic noir detective. I heard it helps him cope with something, but I never felt comfortable tackling the subject. Doesn't sound too quirky by the city's standards. Wait, what is that? There's a rat on the floor, frozen in an unnatural position. Weird shit. Fuck it. Hey, give the rodent a mild kick. It squeaks lightly, but doesn't seem inclined to run away. Instead, it just stretches on the floor. Bizarre. Hey, don't do that. Don't do what? Don't pick on the little guy. Barely touch him, we'll be fine. Would you like it if I kicked you? Come on, are you telling me the sheriff of New York City, known as a fearsome and brutal executor, has a sweet spot for animals? I do like animals. They're honest. It's a quality a lot of my two-legged comrades lack. Takes a closer look at the rat. In any case, this little guy's behavior gives me an idea where our target might be hiding. Kadir slowly approaches a secluded corner in the room. And there it is. Kicks a pile of clothes lying on the floor. I'm just a corpse. Leave me alone. Lucky for you, we're all corpses here. D'Angelo, you're among friends. Clumsily, drunkenly, the pile of clothes transforms into an unkempt man who looks like he's suffering from some sort of skin disease. You know, a true friend would just bury me. Unlucky for you, we're not that kind of friends. Lucky, unlucky, schmucky, my ass. How did you guess I was here? See, I've been asking around for the past few days. What I've learned is that, for reasons that can be best described as nebulous, you've made quite a few enemies since last year. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. And one last thing that caught my interest is how everyone has it on good authority that your place was raided a few times without you being found. Yet, nobody has assumed responsibility for these acts. Hell, doesn't this den always look like it was just raided? Can't blame anyone for making an educated assumption. I had a hunch these might be more than rumors. See, it sure looks like a convenient coincidence when everyone hears something that makes them look the other way. And coincidences are for fools. Well, you got my number. And you can see my ugly mug right in front of you, so it's not use playing dumb, I suppose. Agreed. You seriously spent all these weeks holed up in here? Is the hunger not getting to you? You've got a lot of critters around this area, and we've become chums. Some of these rats actually got addicted to the kiss. They come to me every night acting like coke hounds, begging for it. Fancy romantic word for taking a nice deep drink of mortal blood. The recipients usually enjoy it almost as much as the bestowers, though not in the same way. For us, it's sustenance and taking care of a deeply rooted need. Most people I drink from end up dazed but happy. Been getting drunk just to get some rush out of feeding on them. Feels a bit like slathering a horribly burned piece of pizza in ketchup, but in this situation, I'll take what I can get, you dig? That was quite descriptive. It's so gross I fail to keep my poker face. He notices. So, who's the dame? Julius Savinsky, detective investigating Baron Callahan's death. He raised his head for a short while to stare in Kadir's eyes and treat him with a vulgar snicker. Phooey! That's how you have to say that word when it's written. So somebody has finally put the old man on ice. Whoever did it did the world a huge favor. Absolutely, but I got orders to establish who that was, and I've been stumbling in the dark for the past few days. We need your help. I'll be damned, your sleuth skills must really not be up to par if you're begging for a bum for help. Have some dignity, man. He's just so sorry to look at. Dignity? Spare me, kiddo. I've got all the dignity I need, right? Oh shit. Accidentally lets a metal flask in his hand slip out and fall to the floor, then struggles to pick it up. Kadir can't bear to watch. God, what happened to you, Gianni? I've never seen you this low before. Stress-related disorders causing a disruption in my routine was what I think a shrink would say. Happens when a lot of shady folks are out to put a stake through your chest. Help us out. Tell us what you know, and we might be able to help you in return. Yeah, respect where it's due. Miss, but I think it's going to be the other way around. I ain't telling the two of you shit, pardon my French, until I know I can count on some protection. Gianni. Don't you Gianni me, Kadir Al-Azmai. I know your level, but I also know that your honor is one of the few things you care about. You don't need to endanger myself, you put it on the line for me. And that's that. You either promise to extend your protection to me, or the moment you step away from here, I sneak away into the sewers, and that's the last time you'll ever see me. Kadir shoots me a weary sideways glance. I know, he drives a hard bargain. Especially for someone whose sense of self-worth does not exactly appear to be sky high at the moment. Maybe, but I do value my own life quite a lot. Thank you very much, friends. Kadir sighs. Alright, but 3 months from now, or the moment Prince Bernard tells me it's no longer possible for the court to offer you safety without compromising its principles, you're on your own. No negotiations. That's the only deal I can strike with you. Take it or leave it. D'Angelo scratches his head, grunts loudly, tugs on his mask, and stands up. That's Jake with me, big fella. I might have strong opinions about Bernard, but hell, I'm sitting on dynamite. I'll take what I can get. Who else in New York would you rather rely on? You want me to call the mayor? My opinions about the prince aren't that bad. So, what do you good folks want from me? Who wants you dead? Ah, starting the interrogation with a tricky one, wouldn't I like to know? Step up, Gianni. You seem to be forgetting how quid pro quo works. Wouldn't I like to know? Won't cut it. What can I tell you? That warlock, Agathion, or whatever his name is, presumed dead. Tamika, Mia, with SI on her back, so possibly KIA by now. Hope the kook, hidden in her office under Vander Vaden's skirt. Around the time they started having trouble, some rough-looking streetwise kindred starting hanging around in my usual spots. Didn't take me long to connect the dots. Wait, what is the connection between you and those three? Ever since last year, folks started hiring us for various gigs. Some even trying to get us to join their coteries. All these opportunities were rather short-lived. However, the delicate tightrope act of working for various employers made us fully aware there's an intersect alliance in New York City. Kindred from both sides often work for the same goals without knowing it. The moment we started figuring it all out, the cleanup crew went downtown. I know the serious warlock boy sniffed something out in his own backyard, but then poof, he disappeared. Then I lost all contact with Hope and Tamika and went AWOL. Hope they're doing fine, and they didn't snitch on me to nobody or to anybody. They are, and they didn't even tell me you guys knew each other, so I think you're safe. Huh? Wait a second. Why are you milking them for intel, kiddo? Found a list of 4 names on Callahan's remains. You can probably guess what they were. I get the picture, yeah. Christ almighty. Afraid it was just a list of freelancers, potential associates, probably prepared by Carter Vandervaden. My money is on him being involved, but I smell bullshit. Have you got any idea who might have done the boss in? Any more clues? None at all. That's where we want you to come in, friend. Investigate the murder scene the way only you know how. Tell us what you think. Guide Julia in the proper direction. D'Angelo sizes me up, scratching his head. Sure, whatever. I'll try my best, kiddo. Lead the way. I'll drive you there, or at least as close as possible. I wouldn't be welcome that deep in Anarch territory. Just clean yourself up a bit, Gianni. I just had my upholstery cleaned earlier this week. After dropping us off at the same place Catherine first introduced me to Mia, Kadir quickly drives away. Here we are. Swell. A classic closed room mystery. Let me take a look. She starts walking around the office, carefully taking in every element. So, you're saying you're basically a nobody, but you can simply call Catherine Weiss and have her open sesame and Anarch crib for you? Dunno. Sure sounds like somebody to me. Don't misunderstand, I only met her during the course of this investigation. Everyone's basically been treating me like dirt wherever I go, and I'm only acknowledged enough to legitimize this sham. Lord Castlereagh. Now that was an abrupt interruption. I was busy sharing, damn it. Excuse me? He's pointing at the painting of the man overseeing this entire office. I meant murder on this way. He had a mask like Castlereagh. Very smooth he looked, yet grim. 7 bloodhounds followed him. He seems to have completely switched his modus operandi upon seeing the murder scene. He's in his own little world, and his behavior has become more machine-like, erratic. I still don't follow. I never knew this old Irish coot was into the Napoleonic era. But then again, I've no idea about his exact age, of course. So maybe that's when he lived, or was born. Anywho, pay minimal attention to me, alright? Who am I looking at here? Right. That's one Lord Castlereagh, born as Robert Stewart, a British Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs at the beginning of the 19th century. Incredibly influential, incredibly hated. Ask one fellow about Castlereagh and he'll tell you. He was the man who destroyed Napoleon for good, the man who shaped British politics for ages, the man who built foundations for European unity at Vienna. Ask another fellow and he'll tell you. He was the man who destroyed the Irish Parliament, the man who cracked down on any possibility of reform, and then supported the cavalry massacring peaceful protesters. He's spouting these facts like a computer. Is that the hint of a detective's photographic memory? I have to say, it's downright perverted for an Irishman to put up Castlereagh's portrait in his office. Definite proof that our victim was sick in the head. Yeah? As if we needed more evidence there. Probably idolized him too. Maybe identified with him, even. Yeah, that's possible. Callahan and his ilk adored those jagoffs who strive to reach across the aisle and achieve hard compromises. Too bad nobody else ever remembers him well. I feel like I should say something. I've got this nagging feeling in the back of my mind. How did he die? Committed suicide in the 1820s. His family took every sharp item away from him, but he was, well, dedicated. Why did he do it? Pressures mounting from all sides, deserved hate coming from all sides, plain old overwork. Also might have gone nuts, kept saying he saw a ghost, so the worldly silhouettes were guiding him. Yada yada. Sounds familiar. An unpleasant feeling grows in my stomach. And there's a rumor someone was threatening to expose him as a homosexual, having to choose between being publicly denounced and ending it all by his own hand. He chose the latter. Well, that's just depressing. Maybe, but the silver lining is, it couldn't have happened to a nicer fella. He stops above Callahan's corpse and laughs. Posterity will ne'er survey a nobler grave than this. Here lie the bones of Castlereagh. Stop, traveller, and piss. And he kicks his bones with glee, causing me to jump a little. Is he still under the influence? Isn't that tampering with the crime scene? Kiddo, as far as I can see, this crime scene has been fucked with 3 times over. Can't really be ruined more than it already has. I agree, but it looked about the same the last time I was here. Then it was already a total mess before you ever got here. Whatever. Standing by the metal shutters on the window, he abruptly changes the topic. Light-proof. Have you toyed with these? No. In general, I avoid machinery like that. It doesn't like me, and I don't like it. They don't like ya? They don't work properly. It's like I give technology an allergy. Sometimes industrial cameras mess up my face. Sometimes I can't use a phone. You'd think it could be useful, but it's just a curse. I see. You think these blinds could have been the murder weapon? How so? Let me explain. So let's say for some reason our stiff was standing there as the sun was rising. Maybe staring at poor old Castlereagh looking for a soulmate to accompany him to the other side. Yet another guy pushed to suicide by politics. Pretty old school, romantic, yada yada. Or maybe it was torpor. Or maybe it was a freak accident, or maybe it was premeditated. In any case, sunlight would be a perfect murder weapon, no? He takes off the mask to shoot a disfigured smile my way. Well, that's just a theory. Anyway. Well, it sounds sound. Does it? Because I was just spitballing. It's practically impossible to make certain now, kiddo. The most logical cause of final death would be damage to the heart. And that can easily be done without damage to the skeleton. And he sets off with a wink. What is he playing at here? The safe. Anyone made a crack at it yet? As far as I know, only Callahan knew the code, and the safe itself is pretty hard to crack. Watch me, kiddo. He presses an ear to the safe and slowly begins to rotate the dial. Stop clowning around. You're a safe cracker now? When you're cursed with countenance such as mine, and you decide on a job such as mine, you gotta be a jack of all trades. Yeah, but still sounds pretty hard. Last year there was a random feller visiting a heritage museum in Alberta. He found a safe that hasn't been opened in 40 years. Not a single specialist, nor even a blacksmith could have handled it. The man just studied the numbering, listened closely to the mechanism, attempted the most sensible combinations, and voila, the unthinkable happened. That's where just trusting your instinct leads you. Too bad he found nothing inside but an old pay sheet. Metallic screech, doors open. I'll be damned. Looks like we've got the same case here. Confetti, a few random papers scattered around. But for what it's worth, the lock has obvious traces of mechanical manipulation. Probably recent, too. Reeks of foul play. But what do we know for sure, really? I'm done here. You can take over. Another wink, another walk in a random direction. I look inside the safe. Quite spacious. I haphazardly grab everything that's left inside the safe and hide it on my person. Then close the door so that nobody knows he managed to crack it. When I turn around, he's motioning me to come closer to a sheet of paper lying on the desk. So yeah, kiddo, you probably know the entire beeswax about Schrodinger's cat, so I'm not going to bore you with that, but honestly, anything could have happened here. I read the text he's written on the empty page. This place is wired. He gives me chills. I think I'm okay. I've tried to record my own voice a bunch of times on different hardware just to see if I can. It mostly comes out as noise. He nods and starts scribbling something else as he continues blabbering on and on. The best strategy would be to make an educated guess about what happens here, then interrogate everyone about it. Maybe you'll take someone by surprise, drop a hook on them. The wiretap is a chip in the broken glass bottle on the floor. Absolutely sure it belongs to Kaiser. Kaiser. The elusive information broker, the talk of the city, finally got an excuse to nab him. I understand. I think I have an idea how to use it to find him. Should I notify Kadir? Scribble, scribble takes longer than before. So yeah, I'll be meeting up with Kadir. You stay here, sister. Maybe there's something you've been missing. You're called, doll. You're going beyond his jurisdiction, so he'll try to stop you. Whatever you do, just give me a 10-minute heads up, so I can get to relative safety. For sure. It's back into sheriff's custody for me. See you around, Julia. Sorry this old codger couldn't have been more help. Whatever I got was plenty. See you around, D'Angelo. Yeah, he gave me some interesting things to think about. Got a plan. Now all I need to do is execute it. Now all I need to execute is a clueless bystander. This guy will do. Do you, need me for anything else? Not really. But take a hike before the guy you've just called shows up. I can't guarantee he won't make you hurt. Will do. He puts his head down and obediently trots away down the street. Might have messed with his head a little too much using my wily kindred charms, but I needed him to tell Kaiser where I want to meet, quite clearly, multiple times. I would have given him the kiss as thanks at least, but I told the big man I won't be here all night, and that he'd better hurry up, so I want to be ready whenever he comes. Less than 15 minutes later, a menacing black limo takes a fast, sharp turns onto my street and stops right in front of me. Suddenly, something like an acid flashback hits me. I know this limo. I've seen it all around over the past few days. I never thought it might be tailing me. Still, it must have. Looks like I'm finally about to get some answers. Doors open and a raspy voice comes from inside. Get the fuck in, Savinsky. I smile and accept the invitation. There he is, Kaiser, the king of New York City's information highway, surrounded by screens, speakers, and newfangled technological gizmos of all kinds. Pretty sure he's in coteries. Yep, he is. First impression, he's one repulsive son of a bitch. D'Angelo was also a sewer rat, and he might have had similar physical disadvantages, but at least he was wholly endearing. With this guy, there's no room for any kind of sentiment. He's inhumanly cold, and I get this feeling he's been like this for ages. You're getting on my nerves, little lady, and I'm far from being the only one. I get the sense he meant for all this to be threatening. Instead, I'm elated. After a week of running around like a headless chicken, unsure if I was getting anywhere, finally, I get a compliment. If there's one thing I learned back in the Lodestar, it was that you only know you're doing your job correctly when someone powerful gets visibly mad. I have no idea what you mean. No need to play dumb. Especially considering you're a natural. The art hole, double spiral, the SI, Torsten. How does it feel to have made enemies elsewhere? He scoffs at me with pure contempt. Listen, I will speak as plainly as humanly possible to get this through your little head. Since it's obvious you're not willing to read the obvious signals. You are hired for one thing and one thing only, little lady. To suck at your job, and you couldn't even do that correctly. People keep stopping by my limo this week, telling me, Kaiser, dear Kaiser, we keep trying to make her understand how hopelessly she is, but she just won't get a clue. She doesn't have any evidence, she doesn't have any testimony, but she still goes around knocking on everyone's doors, causing disturbances. It's such a fucking headache. Usually, I try to be jovial, host, so I cheer them up. She's not that much of a dunce, I say. She's making mountains out of molehills to make herself seem useful, I say. She's about to stop. But you, in your infinite idiocy, decided to prove me wrong in the most spectacular fashion. By knocking on my very own door, forcing my hand, threatening me even. Are you autistic or something? Huh? Can't read basic fucking social clues? Stop for 1 second and ask yourself. I don't know, cheap bono. Who even fucking wants you to solve anything, let alone this case? See, this city has a delicate system in place. Usually it's flawless, but ever since you started tinkering with it, it's been having these irritating malfunctions, and it's driving people. Are you done? A weird, disgusting sound, something between a gargle and a bark, escapes his throat. Unbelievable. Then all I'm hearing is that you are in possession of some information that you might help me solve the puzzle I was presented with. If that's the case, I'm going to ask you to share it. I swear. You're absolutely irredeemable, you fucking garbage dump of a woman. How do I get through all the rubbish in your head to drive my point in? Don't you know who I am? You're Kaiser, but yeah, I want the truth, bro. Oh, I know who you are. You were the person who had Callahan's place wired, which makes you a possible witness of sorts, or even a suspect. Psh, for Christ's sakes, woman, get real. Even if your accusations were correct, then who, pray tell, who would you report them to? Do you even know what kind of people I answer to? No? Care to acquaint us? Is that really what you want? You want to know who pulls the strings? Give me 10 minutes and I can arrange a meeting. But this is your last chance to turn back. If you don't, I can tell you now you're going to be sorry. The Big Kahuna. Finally, now we're talking. Yes, the Big Kahuna. So this is your final answer, huh? Absolutely. Unbelievable. He takes out his phone and begins furiously typing. I relax in the seat. Finally, we're getting somewhere. It might be dangerous, yeah, but at least I will finally get a clue of what's going on. I'm just saying. This is the point of no return. My boss doesn't fuck around. Best case, you're gonna beg him to take you in. Whatever, he keeps grumbling under his breath, but I'm not even listening. I just watch the streets go by. Until out of the blue I experience a strong sense of foreboding. I first spot her in the corner of my eye. She is hovering right next to Kaiser, with an expression that's impossible to discern. When she speaks, her voice is machine-like, yet otherworldly. Fine. We're 5 minutes away or so. Get the boys ready to give her the Mel Gibson special. The moment he puts away his phone, the silhouette disappears. We're 5 minutes away. Better start figuring out the ways you might prove yourself useful to the honcho. There is no honcho. Oh my god, of course, this motherfucker is setting me up. I need to get out of here now. I do the first thing that comes to mind. I grab the door handle and pull. He notices me scrambling and struggles to grab me. Hold up, you stupid fucking cunt. Glass breaking, loud thuds of something heavy hitting the asphalt, tires screeching. I think he grabbed me. I think he tried to pull me back in. I think we fell out of the limo. I think his body cushioned my fall. But I'm struggling to process what's going on. It's like I'm blanking out. When I come to, he's already attempting to get up, cursing under his breath. The limo has stopped a little further in, but whoever the driver is, he's not coming out. Fucking. When he stands up, he'll be out for vengeance. He's an older vampire who knows how strong he is. I need something that will give me the advantage. The pepper spray, of course. It probably won't be as effective as it would be on a living person, but it's still worth a try. I limp toward the asshole, disarm the device, aim towards his eyes, and unload the entire canister. It worked. It actually worked. I keep up the offensive. I punch him, kick him, throw him around, pummel him. I smash his head against the curb. I struggle to harm him in whatever way I can, like a frightened animal. I don't know how long it lasts. Might be 1 minute, might be eternity. The driver steps out of the limo to help his boss. But once he sees what I'm doing to him, he runs away in panic. Feels good. Feels absolutely horrible. Once I'm done, I sit on the curb and scream my lungs out to avoid crying. I thought this was a prequel. No way she killed him, I guess. Then I look at him. Yeah, he's still alive. He seems shocked, barely hanging on. I know what I've done was extremely stupid. I did hear how he's one of the most influential figures in the city. But that's probably why he never expected to get his ass whooped, especially by someone like me. When he speaks again, his voice is pathetic, surprisingly close to a whimper. You'll pay. You'll fucking pay. You lost, mislaid, and abandoned property of a woman. He's unwell, talking nonsense. I approach him again. You wanted to have me whacked. What do you think, I'm stupid? You needed to be taught a lesson. Well, would you look at who ended up teaching who? Now talk. Tell me everything you know about Callahan's final death. All of it. Go to hell. You can fuck me up however bad you want. I'm still not going to tell you shit. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. You try anything, there will be consequences. There will be retribution. My mouth is shut. He might be my... Hey, puppy. Last chance to solve the case, but if I don't force him to talk, he won't. There's a burgeoning thought in my mind, but it scares even me. Do I dare to push him to the edge, make him suffer until he squeaks? Hell yeah, I'll do whatever is necessary. Well, I'm sure you will open your mouth. If I do this... I put his shin against the curb. Wait, what? And kick with all my strength. Ah! There's a compound fracture. I barely managed to suppress my gag reflex. Feels like I'm disassociating. You fucking psycho. You fucking psychotic bitch. Yeah, he's actually weeping like a child. It totally shatters the tough image he was trying to project earlier. Like this is the first time anyone who has ever used physical violence against him. What if it is? You either start talking or the other leg goes, then the hands. Then I will get creative. I try to collect myself and put his other leg against the curb. I'll talk! I'll fucking talk! The kick connects. It's a light one, a sadistic feint. It still manages to get a pathetic whimper out of him. Then talk, but this had better be good. He looks at me with pure fury, then begins to speak through clenched teeth. You want it? No, it was in Callahan's office before he died. Little lady. Everyone. Fucking everyone and their mother was there. Vandervaden, Aisling, Arturo, and Pinard. That Kemmerdouche motherfucker Torque with his sidekick, all of them. Callahan thought that the only way out was to pit them all against each other, or to ally with every single one of them. Little did he know, it was all in their best interest for him to just fucking die. That's good, that's great, but who killed him? I have no fucking idea. That won't do. Once again, I put his leg in a potentially disastrous position. In response, he starts howling maniacally. You fucking sadist. You fucking monster woman. I really have no idea. Who kept complaining to you about me? Who's responsible for getting rid of the evidence? Everyone. Everyone did. Goddamn Callahan had dirt on everyone and antagonized everyone. So it took everyone to fucking bring him down. All evidence is gone. Every theory is equally true. So none of it is. Don't you see, you fucking cunt? Everyone is complicit, so nobody is. Why the fuck do you think Sophie Langley is no longer around? Why is Torque no longer pretending to be a revolutionary? Why are free agents involved? Why are they shutting you up tomorrow? Shutting me up? Who? Can't you connect the dots here, Tom Moore? What are you? Dang! This guy does not have any chill at all. Jesus. Somebody's about to get... Julia! I look back over my shoulder and see Kadir. Bloody hell, what is wrong with you? Kadir? You're out of control. This is why I didn't want you to get involved. I had a hunch. A hunch that the moment you get a whiff of true power, all brakes will be off. Look, you're talking nonsense. Get out of your damned mind. I should have you in for a potential masquerade breach. Let me just explain myself. This ugly fucker tried to have me beaten. Maybe even killed. Don't you care about that? I have no idea, Sheriff. No idea. She's dangerous. Psychotic. Shut the fuck up. I can't control myself. I kick him where I know it will hurt him the most. Ah, my fucking leg. Stop this right now, you goddamned idiot. I freeze in place. I've never heard him use that tone with me. I'll take care of you in a moment. In my car, Kaiser. Hold on. I'm not done questioning him yet. It looks like there's a major conspiracy, too. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, and you're gonna be glad I'll leave it at that. If you do that, I'm gonna have to assume you're complicit. That's worth 2 strikes in my book. You don't want to risk a third. So that's that. Tell me. What was all my footwork even for? We'll be seeing each other, little lady. Can you hear this? Go home, Julia. But, go home. Fine, I will. But before I do, I take a quick peek into Kaiser's limo, still abandoned a little further down the street. I skipped the church visit again tonight. I want more time to finish this report. Who knows, it might be my final one. I want to spend more time with Dakota. Yeah, just forget about the rest of the world. A lot happened tonight, but I can still manage to be at our apartment an hour earlier than usual. She should be glad. Sneak into the apartment as silently as possible, trying to surprise her. When I reach the bedroom, I see something unexpected. It hits me like a ton of bricks. At the beginning, I can't properly parse the sight, but when I finally understand what I'm looking at, it causes a wave of terror and disgust to swell up inside my chest. What the fuck? She's shocked to see me. Doesn't know what to do. She's like a deer in headlights or a schoolgirl poorly trying to hide her misdeeds from a teacher. You're early? Yes, I am. These are my clothes, Dakota. These are my cigarettes. That's my jewelry on the table. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, God almighty, I thought I was just being neurotic whenever I noticed something dreadfully familiar in you. I can explain. Please do explain. A good 10 seconds of awkward silence pass. I can see her spending an eternity in her head. This isn't what it looks like. Oh my god, it is exactly what it looks like. I will just come out and say it. Dakota, Are you single white femaling me? It all makes sense now? No, come on, no. It's making less sense to me. I thought I was a leech in this relationship. We matched that movie together. We made fun of Jennifer Jason Leigh together, a roommate stalking and imitating her own roommate. Ha ha ha, what a concept, right? But I was being fed on in a far more sinister way without knowing it. Don't be silly. Silly? I've never ever been this serious with you. So whenever she put on my makeup, whenever I used her as a mirror, she was always hyping me up because she wanted to live vicariously through me. So many little things make sense in retrospect. The little ways you kept modulating your speech after me, the weird ways your tastes were always compatible, some of your art feeling so familiar. None of it would trigger any alarms by itself, and yet she's as humanly embarrassed as possible. Julia, listen. Don't fucking touch me. I barely think of anything more repulsive than being put on a pedestal like this. It's like the other person is begging me to perceive them as someone worse, if not outright subhuman. Yeah. Don't be like this, just don't. You know, this would probably be infinitely more palatable if you talk to me like a person here and not like, I don't know, your fucking mommy. You know what? Fuck you. I've been locked in this apartment by myself because of all the pandemic shit going on. It's fucking me up. I know you have it hard right now, so I didn't want to bother you. Yeah, I was counting on you to ask about how I'm feeling. Babe, how is your work-life balance? Aren't you feeling claustrophobic? Hey, is it just me, or is our drug supply weirdly shrinking too fast? But no, you are too much of a self-centered bitch. You regularly suck me dry and it's okay, but the moment I entertain the thought of taking something in return, I'm crossing the line. Oh no, I'm a member of an immortal elite secret society. It's so hard to cope. Dakota, whenever I gracefully decide to visit our apartment, let's just do what I enjoy until the pain stops. Fuck you. Fuck you, sincerely. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. There's nothing you can do but take, and you should have learned by now that just taking will make you happy. You big dumb bitch. Jesus. Julia's having it rough. Stop, just. I'm destined for better things than this. Get the fuck out of here. You disgust me. Dakota breaks down crying. She grabs a jacket and a purse and runs out of the apartment. I don't try to stop her. I stand there for a short while in silence and unlock the door. Did she take her keys? I don't know. I don't know if I care. I desired for someone else, not myself, for a way to open a different world, not to get locked back in mine. I collapse on a soft bed. I smell her perfume. I always liked it, but now it makes me slightly nauseous. I try not to think of Dakota. I think of Kaiser. I think of Kadir. I think of Callahan. No matter what I think of, I sense doom. I feel that I've just sealed my fate, whatever it may be. Everything fucking sucks. Back into the void, back into the void, back into the void. Alright, that was definitely the most intense day. That D'Angelo guy has been by far the most help. Beating the shit out of Kaiser was pretty cool. But we will do day 8 next week. I'm thinking when I finish this, because Vampire the Masquerade 2 is going to be so long, I think I'm going to start playing Frostpunk. I just started playing that again after a while, and we can just do some of the scenarios together, just mess around in that. And Frostpunk 2 actually comes out in just a couple months, so played that leading into that. That's kind of the plan for right now, but yeah, much love. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'm not too sure what the old streaming schedule is looking like this week, but yeah, take care of yourself, guys, and I'll see you guys in a week. Bye bye.